Before you start this video, I need you to ask yourself, am I watching them because I want to join the criticism or I want to defend Nollywood's honor? Because neither of them are the point. The point is to state and discuss all these things that I genuinely feel should be addressed. Success is not a simple thing to measure. It's actually just a series of overlapping attributes that are consistently moving and making it very, very difficult for somebody to say, well, which one is definitively better? But what I will say objectively is that Hollywood has beaten Nollywood in a number of these attributes. If you stay till the end of this video, we're going to be discussing 5 things that make Hollywood better than Nollywood, their significance, and essentially what they're about. And the 5th point will shock you. I'm just kidding, it won't. It's just a regular point like the rest of them. I actually just think all of them are equally good, sound, and logical points, but you will definitely benefit a lot from hearing all of them. So, yeah. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph and I am the film fanatic. Bigger budgets. This is obviously the elephant in the room, so I'm definitely starting with it. You should definitely check out my remix video, not just because it is fun and insightful, but I stated the amount of massive revenue some movies and their remix usually generate. I also mentioned their cost, and thank God a lot of these movies were profitable because the budget is not your mate. What do you mean it cost $165 million to make Dune Part 1 alone? That's bigger than the GDP of some small countries. From my very limited findings, Half of the Yellow Sun is one of the most expensive movies that Nollywood has ever made, and it cost about $8 to $9 million to make. Please don't compare, it's very sad. That 8 to 9 million is like standard let's just make a movie budget for some big movers in Hollywood. First and foremost, this is an economic problem. Naira's value is struggling every day and nobody has money. This isn't a political channel, so I will just leave that there, even though I have a fair amount of opinions on this matter. Secondly, in Nollywood, we don't like to take risks. And the fact is, new ideas, mind-blowing ideas, will always present themselves first as a risk, and sometimes you just have to see a vision through faithfully. Filmmaking is an art as well as a business, and that art aspect needs to be fueled by new ideas. And America loves new ideas. This is something a lot of countries note about them and has actually kept them relevant on the global scene over decades.
In terms of technology and their management of the pasture and their willingness to embrace new ideas, the Americans aren't just on a different level, they're on a different planet.
In almost all sectors, they're always thinking of new methods and approach to things. They love and nurture creativity, and creativity is one expensive bitch. Professionalization and talent development. One thing me personally don't play with is contracts. Let all of us just know where we stand before we start this our marriage of art and business, and just like any sensible marriage, it begins with a very solid prenup. The filmmaking industry is a very glamorous one, and that easily makes it a land of dreams, but again, it is a business. A lot of people in the industry do not pay regard or even acknowledge certain standardization protocols because I swear to God, they are running on vibes. And these protocols help to keep things so much more structured and professional. Forget the glamour, this is a job and a profession first. And the fact is, those that are more structured and professional will definitely see the benefits first. Especially when you consider the number of people that can be involved in just one project and what it even takes to get involved. There are already set systems and ways of doing things like writing a script, going for auditions, sending reports back and forth, and even using terminologies. Of course, you can learn anything at any point, but Hollywood and even the Korean entertainment industry has put in a lot of effort into teaching and training people these things, so that they can present their bright ideas and unique brands in the best possible way and still maintain discipline. Trust me, this particular thing will cause a lot of frustration. There are some scenes in Nollywood films or even entire Nollywood films that you will just see, and the first thing that will come to your mind is, didn't somebody watch this thing before they released it? Distribution power and influence. I'm about to explain why a lot of Americans feel they are the center of the world. From a very early point in its inception, Hollywood acknowledged and identified the power of the media. And that has been a major contributing factor to its success and power because they identified that a lot of the things that we do see leaves an imprint on our mind. With that said, whether it's for business or to just better push propaganda, they invested well enough in worldwide marketing that ended up adding to Hollywood's reverence. I always say, amongst all the organizations in history to ever plan world domination, Christianity is the only one to have ever succeeded, but Hollywood comes close. The truth of the matter is, there are enough deserted places in the modern world that you will go to and you will hear Leonardo DiCaprio before you hear Ramsey Noah. Who's a better actor? I leave that to you to decide, but you and I can agree that they are not playing on the same field. This is literally why a lot of Nigerian artists would rather struggle to establish themselves on international platforms first. I use the word artist very loosely because it includes actual artists, filmmakers, actors, musicians, and even writers, basically anybody that works in a creative field. Because there is nothing wrong with not wanting to be a hidden gem. Thank God for the internet. It might have taken a while, but it significantly influenced the playing field in the worldwide entertainment industry. Unfortunately, a lot of American celebrities are already international household names, and therefore Americans don't think they need to do too much before the world knows their name. Awards and recognition. Now, this has similar elements to the second and third point, but it is still its own point, trust me. Yes, it is a matter of influence and it is a matter of professionalization, but this is something that leans more into the intellectual and political side of things. The chance to acknowledge exceptional efforts is not unique to Hollywood and is certainly present in almost all sectors in life. But Hollywood has so much avenue for this stuff that they have their own season. And with their intelligent marketing and branding, they've made it so that we feel lucky and special to be included in a few flimsy categories. Mind you, these people are not just awarding themselves, but they've given room for other people to run very little but very powerful aspects of the well-oiled machine that is Hollywood. There are film-based companies like IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, or Letterboxd that Hollywood has given enough prestige to that they can now return that prestige back to Hollywood with interest. The reason why this is difficult when it shouldn't be a problem for Hollywood is that we have proven time and time again that we cannot handle politics. This is not a political channel, so I will leave that there. But Nigerians have proven time and time again that we do not have a decent streak when it comes to politics. And this is a very politically inclined aspect of the business that involves decentralization of power, and good luck trying to explain to anybody that has power to share it. Genre diversity. Sure, I said it won't shock you, but this is a very important one and I'm going to hammer on it. When I was in university, I had this friend that was watching Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and every time they would say, "Hail Satan!" he would always say, "Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus." Yet he watched the entire thing right down to the finale because I feel he wanted to experience something different. Nollywood has a very big variety problem and it is sad. The most significant players barely welcome new ideas and hardly take risks. In most cases, you don't even want to do or see something unless it has been done before, talk less of actually going to new depths. Why? There is a very toxic mindset in making movies for the public instead of just focusing on niches. Look at the types of movies in American cinema in their summer of 2023. Literally something for everybody. Nollywood is so focused on trying to make movies that everybody will want to watch, when as a business, you are supposed to identify your target audience first and then focus on them. People can then respect you for this particular thing. It's normal to have very niche interests and develop them into art forms that you would like to see. Trust me, if you like it, there is somebody out there in the world that likes it too. Ah, we don't like horror. Who is now rushing to see Weapons, Conjuring, and Sinners in Film House? You know, to pull off a musical will be very expensive. They did Mamma Mia and Wicked, nobody died. And we have choreographers in Nigeria that will jump at the opportunity. And if you believe sci-fi and fantasy are not good enough markets in Nigeria, just take a glimpse at how big the anime community really is in this country. One of the main advantages of cinema is escapism. Show us different worlds from different perspectives. A real cinephile watches everything but has favorites, and your favorites are only your favorites because you don't watch them every day. Nollywood has like only 3 to 4 genres of the type of movies they are going to see. And even at that, we don't even play with filmmaking elements, and it is very, very bad. A lot of the films feel very, very similar, and these are coming from people that will consistently tell you how unique they are supposed to be. In all sincerity, I am genuinely stating all these things for fun and for construction. I think it's better that all these things are acknowledged instead of acting like they are not glaring issues. Toxic positivity is a thing. There is no need for anybody to be complacent with small wins because we are afraid to look at ourselves in the mirror and not through a filter. So that is honestly what I feel and my own 2 cents. And you might be wondering why I feel I wanted to talk about this. I'm glad you asked. I read your mind. I am a Nigerian writer that focuses primarily on speculative fiction. fantasy, thriller, horror, and the likes. Well, not too much horror, but I do acknowledge that a lot of my stories do have some spooky elements, but I will allow you to be the judge of that. Links to some of my short stories and short film scripts on my Medium account are in the description box below, as well as Bet of a Course, which I recently used to win a short story contest online. My debut novel, For the Condemned, is currently undergoing publication and is supposed to be released during Easter of next year. So please, if you enjoy what I do, or you enjoy this video, or you are looking forward to reading any of my work, drop a like because it means the world to me. While you're down there, please drop your thoughts on this video because I am looking forward to some of the interesting things that you have to say. Feel free to check out my channel for a variety of content and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with my weekly posting. Share this video with your friends that you know should see this and you will definitely see me soon.